right. How did you first get involved with acting? That's a great question right there. Actually, it happened when I was about 15 years old. Um, I was asked to audition for our school play in high school, and which was Little Abner. So I did audition, and of all parts, I got the villain, Evil Eye Flegel. So that kind of started me portraying villains. How do you mentally prepare for a scene? That's a good question. I think it's important that once you bring your character to that point to where you're ready to portray that character, you just mentally stay with that character. Even when you're off set or you're backstage or whatever the case may be, you typically want to stay in that character. That way your mindset is right. Mentally preparedness for it, I generally like to ask the producer and or director what they're looking for out of that particular character, and then that's what I try to find for them, and then just go with it from there. And that's typically worked out very well for me. Who was the inspiration for your character? Wow. I don't know that I really had a inspiration for this particular character. They kind of told me, kind of a little background of what my character did, and so I just put something together. I don't know that I tried to emulate anyone in particular or was influenced by any particular actor somewhere down the line. I just kind of to try to bring the boss to that point. So not necessarily a mean boss, but then again a boss that didn't take no crap. So who do you pull for any sports teams? Anyone who knows me knows that I am a huge Carolina Panther fan in the NFL. Professional basketball, I really don't care as long as a particular player for the Cleveland Cavaliers does not get to where they are now. But in NBA, I don't really care a whole lot about. The Braves is my baseball team. They're doing really well right now. Okay, go Braves. Don't follow hockey. Don't understand it, so I don't follow it. But if I did, I'd probably pull for the Carolina Hurricanes. And that professional only? Let me look at that question again. No, it just says, do you pull for any sports teams? Big Tar Heel fan when it comes to college basketball. College football, of course I'm going to pull for the Tar Heels, but I just love college football. I don't love it as much as I do love the NFL, but I do love college football because those guys play with their heart, not their pocketbooks. So I like that part of it. What actors do you look up to? Wow. Of course, all the big guys. Al Pacino. I would probably say he's probably my all-time ultimate favorite. I loved Robin Williams. When it comes to character actors, and I would say that's probably what I would be categorized as. Robin Williams is right there at the top of the list. But if anybody who knows film and kind of understands actors, Bill Murray is probably the best character actor that ever came along. He pretty much set the standard for those actors that are out there and building their repertoire and building their resumes for a character actor. All the way from his Saturday Night Live days to where he is now. He's one of those guys, you give him a character, this is the background of the character, and then he builds that character from the ground up, and it's 9 out of 10 times it's always been a success. Well, this is a long one. What is your philosophy on acting? Is acting reacting or are you reciting a script? What is the difference to you? Philosophy on acting. Put your all into it. Whether you're on stage or you're behind the camera, it's your scene, it's your turn. So I feel like even if you're not the main character, but when it's your turn, it's your turn. So you give it all, you shine, it's your moment, and most producers / directors are going to give you that opportunity. This is your chance. Bring it 100%, and let's see what you got. So that would be my philosophy. Bring it every time. What sort of characters do you enjoy playing the most? Oh, that's another good one. It appears that I've been typecasted. I've been doing this for 25 years and better. So it's like I really enjoy playing a villain or the bad guy, not necessarily always a villain, but with my character in this movie, I'm a bad guy, but I'm a good guy on the other end. So that's a thin line. But typically, I do like to play villains and or a bad guy. So, what is a fond childhood memory? Wow. Don't know where to go with that one. I had a rough childhood. I did. But I do have good memories, and probably the times that we spent as a family vacationing up on Lake Norman. Once we got into camping, Dad ended up buying a much larger camper, and then he put it permanently at a campground up on Lake Norman, near Denver. It was real close to Denver, North Carolina, and we would go up there, and sometimes my mom and myself and my brother, we would end up staying up there for maybe 2 to 3 weeks at a time. Dad would commute back and forth, so that was pretty cool. So that would probably be right up there with the fond memories of being at the campground and all the shenanigans. I heard you can do accents. I heard you can do accents. How many can you do, and which is your favorite? Of course, my favorite is my Romanian accent. I do a decent Jersey accent. I'm okay with a Scottish, and an Irish is really hard for me. So, and German American is easy for me as well. So I'd probably say I've got 4 good ones in my repertoire, but I can also change my voice and throw in different accents as well within, like everybody always picks on the redneck, so I could do that as well. And I got a killer Foghorn Leghorn. What is your favorite movie? Wow, I've got so many, and as I'm reminded, looking around the room, there are quite a few on the walls in the room. Probably my top 10. I won't give you the whole top 10. I'll just give you a flavor. Major Payne, Stripes. Those are definitely on the top list. Those movies that if you're flipping through HBO, Showtime, Cinemax, and all that, and you see it on, you go ahead and watch it again, even though you've watched it 100 times. The Godfather, of course. Goodfellas, love that movie. American Psycho. Just, for whatever reason, those kind of movies, but and you can never go wrong with Scarface. No matter how many times you've seen it, if it's on when you're scrolling, you're going to stop. It doesn't matter where you're at in the movie, you're going to pick up and you're going to know that movie 110%. So that's just a few. What is your dream job? To be a paid actor. How do you think this film will be received? That's a really good question. This film is going to tug at your heartstrings. You're going to be mad as hell. You're going to be confused. And then you're going to be crying. because that's where this film will take you. This film is an emotional roller coaster. I'm honored to be a part of it, even though I didn't get to be with everybody all the time on all the sets. But that is what I've gotten from everything that I've read and everything that I've seen. So you're going to love this film. I promise you that.